Welcome to another episode of Secret Archives. Today, we set sail into the abyss of history's most terrifying sea monsters. From the legendary Kraken, feared by sailors for centuries, to the monstrous Leviathan and ghostly sea serpents that haunted the minds of mariners, these creatures have long blurred the line between myth and reality. What inspired these terrifying tales? Are they just ancient superstitions, or is there truth lurking beneath the waves? The origins of sea monster legends. Since ancient times, the ocean has been a source of mystery and fear. Vast, uncharted, and unpredictable, it was natural for seafarers to believe that monstrous creatures lurked beneath the waves, waiting to devour ships and their crews. Nearly every culture across history has its own legends of sea monsters, but certain creatures appear repeatedly, taking on slightly different forms in various traditions. In early civilizations, the sea was often seen as a chaotic force, home to deities and creatures beyond human comprehension. The Greeks had their serpentine Kitos, the Bible warned of Leviathan, and the Norse sagas spoke of Jormungandr, the world serpent. The fear of what lay beneath the waves gave rise to some of the most chilling legends in history. The Kraken, the beast from the depths. No sea monster is more infamous than the Kraken. Originating from Scandinavian folklore, this enormous beast was said to dwell in the cold waters of the North Atlantic, surfacing only to drag entire ships into the abyss. Descriptions of the Kraken vary, but most accounts depict it as a massive, tentacled cephalopod, similar to a giant squid or octopus. The first detailed accounts of the Kraken appear in 18th century writings, particularly in the works of Erik Pontoppidan, a Norwegian bishop. He described the Kraken as a creature so large that it could be mistaken for an island when resting on the surface. Its tentacles could crush ships, and it was said to create powerful whirlpools that doomed even the most seasoned sailors. Modern scientists believe the Kraken legends may have been inspired by real giant squids, Architeuthis ducks, which can grow over 40 feet long. Rare sightings of these elusive creatures may have fueled sailors' fears and exaggerated tales of their deadly encounters. Eviathan, the biblical sea monster. One of the oldest sea monster legends comes from the Bible, Leviathan. This monstrous sea serpent is mentioned multiple times in ancient texts, often as a symbol of chaos and destruction. Described as an enormous dragon-like creature with impenetrable scales, fiery breath, and the ability to churn the seas, Leviathan was said to be undefeatable by human hands. Leviathan appears in Job 41, where God describes it as an unstoppable force of nature. Can you pull in Leviathan with a fishhook? Its snorting throws out flashes of light. Its eyes are like the rays of dawn. Flames stream from its mouth. Sparks of fire shoot out. Some scholars believe that Leviathan may have been inspired by real animals such as crocodiles or whales. Others suggest it could be linked to older Mesopotamian myths about water dragons and chaos beasts. Whatever the case, its legend has persisted for thousands of years. The mythical sea serpents. Legends of sea serpents appear in many cultures, from the Norse Jormungandr to the mysterious creatures reportedly sighted off the coasts of Europe and North America. These long, snake-like beasts were often said to be massive enough to coil around entire ships, dragging them under. One famous account comes from Hans Egede, a missionary who reported seeing a sea serpent off the coast of Greenland in 1734. His crew described the beast as longer than our ship, with large, glowing eyes, and a head resembling a dragon's. Similar reports continued well into the 19th and 20th centuries, fueling speculation about unknown sea creatures. Some cryptozoologists suggest that these legends might be based on real animals, such as oarfish, long, ribbon-like fish that can reach lengths of over 30 feet. With their sinuous movements and striking red fins, oarfish may have contributed to the sea serpent myths. The ghostly ships and spectral monsters. Beyond physical creatures, many seafarers told tales of ghostly apparitions that haunted the sea. One of the most famous of these legends is the Flying Dutchman, a ghost ship doomed to sail the ocean forever. The story varies, but in many versions, the ship is cursed due to a captain's defiance of divine forces. Some sailors also spoke of spectral sea monsters, creatures that would appear as misty apparitions before a ship met its doom. These beings were seen as omens of disaster, warning mariners of impending storms or shipwrecks, real-life monsters of the deep. While many of these sea monsters exist only in legend, the ocean is home to real-life creatures that are just as terrifying. The giant squid and colossal squid, rarely seen in their natural habitat, possess tentacles lined with hooks and beaks strong enough to tear through flesh. The deep sea is also home to bioluminescent predators like the anglerfish, whose eerie glow lures prey into its waiting jaws. jaws. Other real-life sea creatures that may have inspired myths include the frilled shark, which resembles a prehistoric serpent, and the goblin shark, whose nightmarish appearance looks like something out of a horror story. The Kraken in popular culture. The legend of the Kraken has endured in modern culture, appearing in countless books, films, and video games. From the famous line, "Release the Kraken," in Clash of the Titans, to its menacing presence in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, this mythical monster continues to capture the imagination of audiences worldwide. The idea of sea monsters in general has remained popular in horror fiction, fueling fears of the unknown and reinforcing the idea that the ocean's depths still hold mysteries yet to be uncovered. The legends of the Kraken and other sea monsters reveal the deep-seated fears humanity has always had about the ocean. For centuries, these stories have served as cautionary tales, warning sailors of the dangers that might lurk beneath the waves. While science has debunked many of these myths, the mysteries of the deep sea remain largely unexplored. Could there still be unknown creatures lurking in the depths, waiting to be discovered? What do you think? Do you believe these sea monster legends have some basis in reality, or are they simply the exaggerated fears of ancient sailors? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to explore more ancient secrets with us at Secret Archives. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.